And done for 2 more. .35 seconds left in this technology challenging third quarter.
Nice play by Melo Boone to get the ball to Bussin right there off the pick and roll. Picked up the foul.
So a running clock as this lead is now north of 35 points. And that's going to conclude this third quarter momentarily, pending Logan Busen, a pair from the foul line. This young man, a real vital part of both football and basketball programs, and it's no coincidence that they've had so much success with him, a key fixture on both programs.
Absolutely. He's a glue guy for the program. Coach Harris just talked about his leadership in the locker room and off the floor.
Gentry's 3 is short. 3 quarters in the books. Frederick Douglass on their way on Glycod.com.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Eight minutes left on the farm. Frederick Douglass on their way to their 4th win of the season. And Montgomery County going to fall to 3-4 as the Broncos have led throughout, Murray.
From start to finish, it's been Frederick Douglass. Again, if you can't keep them out of the paint, it's hard to beat this Douglass squad. And Montgomery County, they've had great effort, just not able to match up with the athleticism and skill of Frederick Douglass.
Coming up at the conclusion, we'll have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. We'll also have representatives from the girls' game as well. And there will be no post-game tonight. We will halt things right at the conclusion as Fawns wheels to Rowlett, and there's Dunn in the corners. Moko still with a lot of their regulars out there. Decker inside the lane. He'll poke it back to Fawns, and Gentry knocks in a 3.
It's great possession there for Montgomery County. Right now, you just want to try to build confidence going into the next game. You know, Douglass is deep into their bench. You still got Melo Boone on the floor for the Broncos.
Boone's shot a little short. And it's poked underneath, and Dunn going to dig it out. Dunn down the pike. Fawns trails. And Moko with 5 straight.
Again, you like to see this fight in your ball club if you're a Montgomery County coaching staff. You want to know that your kids got heart and that they will play for 4 quarters in spite of what the scoreboard says.
Now Chenault working opposite Decker. And Rowlett with a rebound as Moko 5-zip in this quarter. Done. Well long with that one. It's cleaned up by Decker. And Nate Cohen with a rebound for the Broncos. Up to Boone. And we're going to have a sub and I think a play on, I believe. That's some sort of an award coming up for Boone.
Big accomplishment for a young man. Melo Boone went over his 1,000th point in his career. And I will go out on a limb and predict that he will probably score 1,000 more.
He sure might. An unbelievable talent. And I think Coach Harris had him on the floor just for that moment, as Boone now will sub out for the final time this evening.
Yes, another great performance by the big three, Surratt, Chenault, and Boone.
Well, if you're watching at home and you're thinking, why, you've got a big lead, why do you have Boone do it today? Well, their next game is on the road. So here's a three that's going to be off the mark, and a rebound secured by Harris of Douglas.
Yeah, their next three's on the road. It could be their next 6 games on the road, because they go right from the King of the Bluegrass to White Grin Maggard, Lexington Catholic tournament right after the Christmas break. So great job by the coaching staff to get that accomplishment in the books for Mello, so he can move on and be more about the team going forward.
Tremendous take by Junior Harris, and a foul to boot.
Junior Harris has on 2 different shoes, Chris.
He sure does.
Hey, as a coach, you're just like, whatever makes you play your best, just be in uniform, son.
Yeah, Junior's got the white and the blue. That's white and the black.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You watch enough basketball, you'll see it all.
5 minutes left in a running clock as the Broncos going to blow out their opponent in their home opener.
Again, you're just trying to look for good possessions by Moko here. You want to have great ball movement, try to get a real good-looking shot, and not turn it over up top.
Oh, my. Talbert's going to be chastised about that tomorrow, as he couldn't elevate above the rim.
Yeah, he went for it and had a substitution right at the table for him. But I don't think he was subbed out because of that. Coach Harris probably wanted the kid to go for it, and the subs were coming anyway.
As Dunn will handle it up top. Gentry inside, and a reach-in foul on Frederick Douglas's Junior Harris. Again, these two teams are going to meet again. They'll meet January 6th in Mount Sterling.
I'll be curious to see what the score of that game is. If Coach Mays takes this and uses it as a teaching lesson to have these guys more prepared for the athletic onslaught of Frederick Douglass.
Very difficult to prepare for, Coach, and you know that.
Yeah, you can't simulate. You can't simulate it in practice. You don't have guys like them.
High arcing shot's going to be off from Jamarie Stone. James Clare.
These are moments for these guys that they'll remember forever, man, because Frederick Douglass is very young, even with their starters. So some of these guys, this might be the only varsity action they see. So you want them to play well and have moments they'll remember for the rest of their lives as well.
James Clare, we'll watch him at the tail end of this just kind of stare that in as he knocks in the big three. 82-40. And despite the score, you've used this term teachable moments. I think some positives that Moko can take from this game.
Well, they continue to play hard. It's going to be hard. Now, Chris, there's sometimes as a coach, too, you just take that tape and you move on to the next game.
Gentry into front court. Strong drive and a foul on Jake Mitchell.
I've had some of those nights where I've taken the game film, and this is when you had it on VHS or a CD. I would just throw it in the trash and just move on. As a coach, you watch it and you take some notes on what you did well and what you could grow from, but you don't want young people to hang on to this too long. You want to try to find 10 positives. I used to try to find 10 positive plays and 10 teachable moments And that was all of the game film that I would watch, or at least show to the guys. And then we'd have to move on to the next day.
.130 left. That three is going to be off the mark. And the Broncos, that was Jackson Dials that got the rebound, the big 6'6" junior. Pass underneath, layup down for Jamarie Stone.
Again, next game for Douglas to be against DeSales at the King of the Bluegrass. That'll be the big stage, man. That's one of the premier high school basketball tournaments, not just in the state of Kentucky, but in the country. And I'm happy for these young people to get to play on that stage down at Fairdale High School in Louisville, Kentucky.
That's Gentry, Dawson Gentry from the corner. 38 seconds to play.
I think Coach Harris is telling them to hold up, no shots.
Very impressive home opener tonight on the farm for Frederick Douglass. Boy, the crowd really wants Jackson Dials to shoot.
They want to see the big fella shoot it. Probably doesn't get to play a lot.
And both Coach Mays and Coach Harris will shake hands at half court. Murray, don't want to put you on the spot. Who are your most outstanding players tonight?
The Frederick Douglass starting five.
Anybody in particular there for Moco?
For Moco, I like the Fawn. Number 3, Fawn had some big defensive plays there. Looked to challenge Chenault in the paint. I like that coming from a sophomore, and definitely had some coachable moments from the game.
And what about from the girls' side? We don't want to neglect those young ladies.
Oh, from the girls' side, Sims for Henry Clay. Number 3, their point guard. Did I get her name right?
Sutton, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the point guard for Henry Clay. I thought she was really, really good and steady and consistent through all 4 quarters of the game.
And how about Nia Rhodes for Frederick Douglass? We'll take a look at those most outstanding players presented by Elite Building Products. So that'll do it for us tonight on the farm. 86-45. Frederick Douglass a winner over Montgomery County. Tonight's producer on Glycod has been Steve Bird. Isaac Golick on camera for Murray Garvin. I'm Chris LeBar. Good night. You've been watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Meyer. Higher standards. Lower prices. Traditional Bank. Because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Website glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.